Hey, listen up. So today I want to talk about the Wii U just a little bit. Basically, I've been hearing things about month to month the sales of the Wii U aren't doing as good as people thought it was, or Nintendo probably was hoping. And then you hear Nintendo saying they're not worried about it. Um, I'm thinking they're not really as worried about it, mainly for the same reason I'm not worried about it as much yet, but also for the same reason that I'm a little upset with Nintendo right now, and that's the fact that you released a game system. Where are the games? I'm saying Nintendo Wii came out, and they at least had Twilight Princess that came out on GameCube as well. The Wii U came out, and I was at least hoping that maybe they did the same thing with Skyward Sword, and it came out on the Wii and the Wii U at the same time. Or when the Wii U came out, it came out on that too, just like a better version. I would have enjoyed that. I got it for the Wii, but I would have got it for the Wii U too. Or I would have just held off and waited till the Wii U came out. But they didn't even do that. And I'm looking at their launch when they came out, the end of last year, and I don't see any games coming out. Let me reiterate, I don't see any games that I want coming out. Now I see there's games coming out, but there's no like Nintendo games coming out. Super Mario Brothers U doesn't really count. I mean, that's like a diversion. And there's like versions of that everywhere. It's like, okay, the Super Mario Brothers, okay, okay, but that's not the game I'm looking for. I'm looking for like a Mario Galaxy. I'm looking for a Legend of Zelda, a Metroid, uh, one of the classic franchises. But what did we get? Pikmin? Well, Pikmin 2, 3, I don't know. I don't care about Pikmin. I don't play Pikmin. Um, Pikmin might be an alright game. I'm just not interested in Pikmin. Um, and then most of the other games that are coming out are, um, games that's coming out on all the systems, or games that's like Lego City Undercover, which looks like a cool game, but I'm not getting the system for that. Now, let me reiterate this point, which I didn't state before, so it's no reiteration yet. But I'm gonna get a Wii U at some point. I always get a Nintendo system. I have every Nintendo system that I have. So, I'll go get a Nintendo system first, and usually a Sony system. It's normally how it works. But as for right now, when they announced the launch of the Wii U, they didn't announce the launch of games that I'm looking forward to. And I know, okay, Zombie U, that looks cool and everything, but to me, that's a game I would get after the fact. That's not the game that I go to get with my system. So I'm not really in a rush to get a Wii U at this point. But I'm thinking, Nintendo, what's going on? You can't launch a game. You can't launch a game system without some core games to bring people in. Now, you got all these games that I don't have yet. So when I get a Wii U, I might get them. But a lot of the games has been out for a while. So then I'm thinking they're probably going to be a lot cheaper on like PS3. So I'll probably get that version. And I'm like, Nintendo, what is going on here? Because like Watch Dogs, for instance, I want to play this game, and it's coming out for the PS3. They announced it at the launch. I mean the PS4, that and it's gonna be on the PS3 too. But they announced it. I think they announced it during the PS4 announcement event, and then I heard things that it's going to be on the Wii U too. Now, if the Wii U could have had something like that at launch, but when it's coming out like doing the thing for another system, that means that's the system they targeted it for. But I'm just looking at it like, Nintendo, what is really going on here? Where's the games at? At least give me a third party game that's just freaking awesome. To the point. Like how No More Heroes was when it first came out before other systems got it. Give me some games like that, Nintendo. But I don't see anything. I don't know if any good games are coming out this year. I think Monster Hunter is coming out. And there's probably something else I'm forgetting about right now. But I'm like, you can't launch a system and then go into battle, basically, with nothing. It's like Nintendo got the cannons ready and didn't bring any ammunition. Now, with Sony announcing their launch coming, holiday this year. Xbox, Microsoft is gonna probably announce something sometime soon, and I'm just thinking, Nintendo, if you'd have did, had like some games lined up, if you had like a Metroid, uh, like that came out around launch time, maybe June, July. You got during the summer, you got something else coming out, like maybe a Zelda, maybe a new franchise, something, just something to grab people. But I'm not seeing anything, and what's going to happen is you're going to get into a battle with the other systems because they're not playing catch up. Now, if you had these games coming out, I'd be like, oh, go get it. I got this game I want to play, this game I want to play, this game I want to play, this game I want to play. But I don't have that with the Wii U yet. All I have is, hey, there's the Wii U. I want to get it. I'm going to get it at some point, but I'm not in a rush to get it because, there's no draw to it right now. I mean, you have the extra features. That's all well and good. But first and foremost, before I use the TV function or the Miiverse or whatever, I'm getting it for the games. And if you don't have the games, then you don't have something I want immediately. Wii came out. I pre-ordered a Wii when it first came out. Went there early when the store first opened in the morning. I went there, got my brown bag. They put it in, took it out the store. I got I got like the Legend of Zelda. I got Red Steel. I got like Madden and a Dragon Ball Z game and Super Smash Brothers. I believe that was what I got at launch. I didn't get No More Heroes wasn't out at launch, but I remember I got No More Heroes at some point. But I remember like when it came out, I grabbed a handful of games. I'm just looking at the ones that I had got that were just like around launch when I went, and I'm thinking that it was the Dragon Ball Z, the Super Smash Brothers, and the Legend of Zelda. I think Red Steel too. I think Red Steel might have got that one too. But I'm just saying these were like I had a handful of games I could just readily jump in and start playing using the mechanics, and that was great to me. But what happened with the Wii U is you don't have that same feeling. Even the games that I'm got an inkling about, other than Zombie U, okay, that was launched, but there's just one. That's the only one I can think about. I would go and get like right now. Like, oh, if I had a Wii U, I got Zombie U, and I'm pretty sure if I had got it, I'd have beat it by now. And now I'd be hoping that there's a lot of downloadable content or downloadable games that I want that I can play, or maybe some virtual console games, but I won't really want any because I probably either A, I've already played them, or B, if they were that good and I wanted them, I would have got them on the Wii. But if you didn't have a Wii, then okay, virtual console games. If you don't have an emulator, I'm just saying. But Wii U, I'm sorry. But here's the point I'm trying to make to the Wii U. Um, you have to have the games with the system. You can't just have the system. I can see some great things going on with that controller. For take Watch Dogs for example. This game that was announced at the PlayStation 4 announcement event. Watch Dogs, like on the using the Wii U, that screen as the interface, perfect. I could see that game actually being the perfect game for showing off the Wii U, and the controller. But that's not a game that you're like gonna get for, oh, I'm getting a Wii U for that game, unless it does something so spectacular that it's like I don't even want to play it with the regular one because this just makes it so much better, or I don't want to just play it on the PS4 or whatever. So I'm looking like you need an exclusive game, and even Bayonetta 2, which I'm looking forward to as well. It's not out, and most of the other games just aren't out yet. And even with their Zelda announcement, it must be nowhere near completion because they didn't have nothing to show. They just was like, um, we have a Zelda game in the works, and some of the things they said about it made me skeptical about it. Something about bringing people together and playing. I don't want to play Zelda with people. This isn't Diminish Cap or Four Swords. Um, I hope not. I hope it's not something that they urge you, or that it significantly increases the experience if you have people to play with you. Because I'm not really a multiplayer kind of guy. I mean, I'll get online every now and again, maybe in a fighting game. If I do play a fighting game that doesn't have novelty that runs off very quickly. But I hardly ever do a lot of multiplayer stuff because I like to like beat it on my own, show that I did it, and then maybe go back and play it with somebody if I want to. The option is nice, but I don't want that to be the main focus of the game. So I'm still hesitant about what is exactly going to happen with the new Zelda game. But even with that, that's so far off. I don't know when a Metroid game is going to come out, when a Mario game is going to come out. I don't know when a game that I'm just dying to get is going to come out. Even something like Mad World, for instance, that came out on the Wii. That game was different. I liked it, but I didn't like the visuals a whole lot because it kind of blended in. But I liked the visuals. I just didn't like the playing through a lot because if you played it long, everything kind of blended into me. But like have a game like Mad World, have an exclusive like No More Heroes when it first came out. Things like that. And they need to be out now. It can't be down the road in the future. It can't be, oh, we have these great games coming out after everything else comes out, because then you're in a race. You're in a competition. I think the Wii should have had these come out off gate when they first launched. Like, launch with bam, 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 bam. And that's awesomeness. That's what those BAMs were, in case you were wondering. That's like, oh man, I gotta have these games. If I launched the system, it would be with games you had to have. Like, to the point where you're like, man, even if it's 2 years down the road, I just got the system, I'm going back to get this game. Um, like, but where are those games for the Wii U? How do you do a launch? Your launch window? November to November? Nothing. I'm not seeing anything coming out, like, significantly. Maybe one or two games, depending on when they come out. But that's what Nintendo needs to work on. I don't know what they can do right now, but hopefully for next year, because I'm not seeing anything this year. Hopefully for next year, there's a lot of stuff coming out. But even then, you gave up the advantage you had because everybody's going to be on your same level. Everybody's going to be, oh, okay. Unless Microsoft decides to hold off another year or something, which I really doubt. Like nobody's playing catch up. Now, see, like when Xbox 360 came out, everybody had to play catch up because they had been out long enough, got some establishment. It was hard to come back because people was like, I don't want to wait when there's something out here already. The Wii U is like, I'm gonna wait because there's something out, but there's nothing on it right now. And so they're gonna wait. They're gonna see, and you can't say we're going back to the hardcore gamer, and like the casual gamer still we're available for you as well, but hardcore gamer, we're here for you too. You can't do that when you don't have nothing to show for it. Now, bring some exclusive games that are like maybe a shooter, maybe something like Zombie U. But keep it up. You can't just do it like, oh, we're gonna do it a little bit, then we're gonna stop. What else is coming out on the Wii U? I don't know. I honestly don't know. There's nothing that I'm like, oh, it's coming out. It's coming out. Yes, it's out today. Pre-order. Nothing. Not yet, anyway. Other than maybe one or two things, but it's not just, oh my God, I gotta play it. It's like, oh, I want to play that. I'm just saying, where's the franchises? Where are the exclusives? Where's the great third party content exclusives? There's a lot of stuff the Wii U did or is doing right, but there's also a lot of stuff that they're doing wrong. First and foremost, the whole Wii U system in general. How many people didn't even know what Wii U was when they first saw it in the store? Like, even to this day, I can go up to people and be like, hey, you want to get a Wii U? And they'll, what's a Wii U? Oh, it's the next Wii. Oh, I didn't even know about that. There's people who still don't know about it. What's a Wii U? Oh, I thought there's people who still think Wii U is a controller for the Wii. There's people who don't know. They just don't have information on it. They don't know what it is. So, pretty much a lot of Wii U things that's going on is Nintendo's having some bad marketing too. And they really need to do something about that as well. Because the Wii U, I know about the Wii U because I follow Nintendo. I'm a Nintendo fan. I won't go as far as saying Nintendo fanboy, but like I said before, like I always get a Nintendo system. So I have all the Nintendo systems that I have. But you know, I'm I only know about the Wii U because of the following Nintendo and following Wii on Facebook and Twitter. Um, but if you weren't doing that, where's the commercial? Where's the oh man, there's something new coming out. Where's oh this is here. Here's what we got. Where's something to amp you up to be excited about the system? I remember um what was it? Was it PS3? I think it was PS3 that had those commercials that would amp you up. They're just showing a bunch of games, showing the system, yeah, PS3 logo at the end. Like, oh man, I don't know what just happened, but I want to find out more about it. Where's Wii U thing like that? Maybe they have it localized somewhere. Maybe like California. Maybe you got one commercial. I haven't seen anything, and so I'm kind of disappointed in Nintendo for how they're handling it. But hopefully, they're gonna do more stuff to blow you away because they are the innovators. You gotta admit that Nintendo does it, and everybody's like, yeah, it's pretty cool. Or they try to implement it in some way. But it doesn't do you any good if you're the originator if you can't keep it up. If you can't have things to follow along that. Now, I think with the Wii U, there's going to be some great games to come out. I think with the Wii U, there's going to be some great content, some hardcore games, some stuff you just don't want to put down. But I feel like it's just going to take a while to get here. And it shouldn't because it should have been in production while the system was in production. It should have been almost here. It should have been something you were anticipating when you got the system. It should have been, oh, I can't wait for this game now that I have my Wii U. I know when it's coming out. I got my Wii U and I'm waiting for it. But while I'm waiting for it, I'm going to enjoy these handful of games that are also great. But it's not happening. It hasn't happened yet. I'm pretty sure like down the road they're gonna hit you with some good stuff. But as of right now, if I had the Wii U, excuse me, if I had the Wii U right now, all it would be, pretty much, I would have got a few games I can think of right now that I would want to play. I would have beat them already, and it would probably be, doing like my Wii over here, just off right now until I decide to play it again. Although the Wii did have a handful of good games that came out like right before the Wii came out, and I got those games, like the last story, what was it, the Pandora Hearts, um, yeah, they had like a handful of games that like right near the end was like, oh, what the world, what's going on here? But that has nothing to do with the Wii U. Like Wii U, put some information out, put some games out. You sell more units if people know about you. All the people that got the Wii U is people who know about Nintendo, follow Nintendo. Everybody else that knows about the Wii U and hasn't got it is because they're like, PS4 is coming out. I'm going to wait. And then the other people who are not waiting on the PS4 or Xbox are just like, what am I going to play on that? There's nothing I want to play. Not yet. So, once you have the content, the knowledge out there, information, um, that's how you get people to buy your units. And I'm pretty sure when the PS4 and whatever Microsoft does next, I'm pretty sure they're probably going to be more expensive than the Wii U anyway. And also, their games, I'm thinking that the games might cost more because what I saw, I know the more you put into it, the more expensive it is. So, I'm still planning on getting a Wii U first. But if enough games come out that are like, gotta have it games for the other systems, I don't know. I'm just saying. Like, Nintendo, listen, get the information out. Announce some games. I don't even care if they're not coming out till next year. Announce some games. Show something. Show concept art. Show environmental design. Show something that there's things worth waiting for. Show it. Because right now, I'm like, I know there's a Zelda, I know Metroid, I know uh, your franchises are going to be somewhere on this system at some point. My question is when? Because nobody wants to get something brand new and have to wait to use it. And that's I don't know. So Nintendo, get the word out. Just get to work. You need to ad campaign, a street team. You need somebody to rap about you, sing a song, something. Cause I like Wii U too, and it's not just because I don't got the money to get it right now. It's because there's not enough information out. Actually, there is enough information. They just don't have enough games that I want